Okay, so I'm a little bit later than previously expected. I ran late eating. But, it's not a big deal. So let's see. Last time we played this, we did a lot of investigation. We did a good bit of Chapter 3. And we placed a bunch of what we thought were security cameras, which turns out to be bombs at the behest of the Resistance. The leader was presumably murdered. Well, it looked like a suicide, but then we were told, oh, it probably wasn't actually a suicide. The leader of the Resistance, I should say. And we had a whole bunch of annoying QTEs because Yuma is currently suspected as a terrorist working with the Resistance, who are also now being considered terrorists because hey, look at there, the cameras we placed were turned out to be bombs. But we got to the Marunaman district. It is flooded. But we need to investigate why it is now flooded. So it wasn't flooded before in this chapter, before the bombs went off. There was one weird bomb that went off, and I think that bomb went off to cover up another bomb going off. To the power plant, hurry!
Time for the tutorial!
Flooded Marunaman district is full of floating debris. Find a way to the power plant using the boat. Boat can go forward, left, and left or right. It'll stop its debris, so proceed with caution. I'm trying to get an idea for how...
That is amazing! Yuma, you know how to pilot a boat? I'm surprised too! You're amazing, Yuma!
I mean, that's not very
It's
difficult.
pretty much sunk. Are there sharks and whales in here?
Oh!
Cardboard boxes, a desk, a bookcase, all kinds of things are being carried this way.
Gotcha!
Looks like a whole warehouse of stuff got swept away. Or maybe it belongs to someone in the middle of moving.
I suppose.
I do not sense anything especially adventurous this way. Shall we move ahead, Yuma? Yeah, let's get going. So my suspicions are the bomb that happened, the second explosion that happened. My suspicion is... Hang on.
Time for the tutorial!
My suspicion is that the second explosion was to cover up a bigger explosion at a different location.
Yuma, watch out! You'll crash!
Hang on a second.
What was that?
That was the safe from the Resistance hideout.
It looks like a big safe. There's a bunch of other stuff drifting by, like desks and chairs. I'm sure it flowed out from the flooded buildings. Now, I'm embarrassed to sound so naive, but a safe is a box where you store valuables, right? If so, is it safe for something so precious to be floating around here? It should be fine. Airtight safes float because of the air inside.
Not only that, those safes are on a timer.
Oh, really? If nothing else, informants sure know their trivia.
A time delay
It'd be
timer.
terrible if we crashed into it. Be careful, Yuma.
That's safe. I think I saw it somewhere.
This security function makes it the best safe there is.
I mean, Yeah.
Nowadays, even the bank and other important facilities use it in the commercial area of Marunamon District.
Yes, so it's identical to the safe that was at the Resistance hideout. Probably is the same safe, to be honest, but we're probably not... Yuma's probably not going to be like, oh, it's the exact same safe. It's just going to be like, oh, it's just a similar, like the same model of safe, basically.
That's right. It's the same as the one at the hideout. It's supposed to be widely used in Marunamon District. Something about this bothers me.
A sturdy safe used in important facilities in Marunamon District, including the bank.
We better avoid bumping into the stuff drifting by. Otherwise, we might capsize.
I cannot examine the
We
safe.
have no idea if this boat is sturdy or not.
What the... What? I hit an invisible hitbox. Eh. Hooray, we can talk again with Vivi, I believe? I don't even know what the hint is. Something about peacefully. Or float peacefully, I believe.
What are you reading?
Why do you ask?
It's rare to hear you laugh, so I was wondering what the book was about.
I see. So you wish to learn about the book. You won't know by the title alone, but the genre is fantastique.
Fantastique?
It's not a major genre, so there's no need to be ashamed if you haven't heard of it.
I don't know if that's a real genre or not.
The definition of fantastique is up for debate, but the ones I prefer to read are the ones with ghosts and demons. Stories of mythic worlds that cannot exist within our grasp of the laws of
That is
nature.
occult. That is not fantastique. That is occult fantasy.
Huh.
That doesn't sound interesting at all.
I guess it's kinda like how people who obsess over music end up listening to stuff regular people can't comprehend.
Well, I can lend it to you if you're interested.
We'll just say,
Go ahead and think it over. We have all the time in the world.
I should tell him directly. I'm sorry. I think I'll pass.
No need to feel bad about it. I figured the odds of you saying no were 99%. Besides, this book isn't widely read in the first place.
Still, that surprises me.
What does? Me reading the fantastique?
Well, it's more like I didn't expect a detective to be reading stuff like that. How do I put this? I thought detectives would read more logical stuff.
or more educational stuff, like a textbook.
Doesn't it feel weird to read something that's not realistic?
Reading just makes me feel sick, period.
Ignoring the, peanut gallery.
No, I actually prefer stories where logic can't be used to explain it away.
Makes sense, he's a detective, so he probably figures it out.
I see.
If you think that illogical stories feel strange, perhaps you believe all mysteries must be solved.
All mysteries must be solved. I never really thought about it, but maybe you're right. You don't feel the same way, Vivia?
I believe some mysteries should never be solved. For example, UFOs and other supernatural phenomena. Many people harbor their dreams and fantasies in those mysteries, so shattering them is simply cruel. Besides, memories from our childhood are not all beautiful. However, there is no doubt they are innocent. If there is a river of time, its water is horribly murky.
There he goes again. I'm sure it's something he doesn't want to talk about. But why would he think that way if he believes not all mysteries should be solved? Maybe that's where his secret lies.
Master, you and Vivia seem to have grown even closer.
So what's interesting is we found a conversation with Fubuki that we haven't actually been able to pursue because we aren't far enough in the story. And I assume it has something to do with what happens this chapter. Or this chapter's events. Or it might even just be her forte, because we just learned what her forte was. It has the latest time delay lock. After opening the door, it does not open unless you wait exactly 5 minutes. Its airtight properties cause it to float on waters as the air inside can not escape. I just want to see if there's any other things. There is. There are bicycles mixed in with all the floating, with all the trash floating by. There are ones that continues too. We always kind of read, so let's go already. This place isn't very safe. It might be a good idea to leave. Yes, I think that would be wise.
That must be the power plant. All right, let's get going. This is...
Is this a drainage pipe? The water swept away some pretty huge things. Goodness, I think the pipe just moved.
Hey!
If it came falling down, we'd be in big trouble. Maybe we should get away from it? Yeah, let's do that. But apparently this power plant was the cause of the flooding.
There doesn't appear to be anyone here. Maybe all the workers evacuated.
There wasn't a blackout, so the building should still be functioning. This place is working hard, even while flooded. I should follow its example and keep working hard too. Hey, I think we can go in through there.
Wait, don't go alone.
Where'd all the
It's
water
dangerous.
go?
It's all right, no one's here. Let's hurry and check this place out. She is a rather good informant. She deserves respect for putting her life on the line for the sake of intel.
I doubt I could be so bold.
Chachi's coveralls, rotors, material.
Looks like a regular office. Maybe they do administrative stuff here. Well, there's some tea half gone on the table. People must have left in a hurry.
Let's check out this room. We might find out what happened here.
You can do it, Master!
Yuma, take a look at this document.
Emergency notice to all power plant employees?
According to this, 2 accidents occurred near the power plant.
2 accidents?
Yeah. In the first one, the drainage channel that brings in rainwater to Marunouman district collapsed. It seems like there was a separate explosion at the drainage channel exactly when the phone booth blew up.
Another explosion near the water drainage channel. Is that why water overflowed into Marunouman district?
No. If it was just an accident, there'd still be plenty of drainage capacity. The city flooded because another accident pushed it over the edge.
What accident?
There's a reservoir upstream from the power plant. That's where they adjust the water used for generating power. But the valve that adjusts the water flow is malfunctioning right now.
Malfunctioning?
The valve's locked open, causing water to keep flowing.
I see. So they couldn't drain it quick enough, and it overflowed into Marunouman district.
I highly doubt this all happened by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt this was intentional. But why?
Flooding around the power plant is thought to have been caused by 2 accidents.
Write this down.
Neither one of which was a natural accident.
It's too early to go back. Let's look around.
Oh, I didn't. I'm glad it wasn't flooded. I hope we can find some information. Master, get investigating. Don't lose to that Flatty. As she has a Super Saiyan aura. I smell it. I smell treasure. We must take it back with us. That would make us thieves. He's not wrong.
Yuma, I believe this is about the power plant, right?
I mean, I certainly would think so. It's a very simplistic view, but it looks like a turbine. It's a hydroelectric dam, so the reservoir is on the right, and the water flows through the dam, through the river, into the turbine, then past the turbine, and then the force of the river causes the turbine to rotate, generating electricity. Clean energy by Amaterasu. This advanced generator efficiently generates electricity with rainwater. A tap water reservoir is used to generate electricity. The turbines are powered by only natural water flow. It works like a water wheel, making it completely safe. Drainage is controlled as needed through generating power, so there's no risk of blackouts.
As far as I can tell, this appears like an ideal facility.
This area is at a lower elevation in Kanai Ward, so rainwater tends to pool up here.
And that's probably why it was the first place to flood.
Time for a little break.
It won't open. It's stuck from the other side.
Maybe water is pressing against the door. The water pressure could be keeping it closed.
Oh, right.
Looks like no one is really here. It must be serious if even the security's gone.
Well, look around. What could they even do?
Water on the other side of the door is exerting too much pressure for it to open. That's a
I think
solution
that's about
key?
it.
I think I've checked what I can here. I did not expect that to be a solution key.
That should be everything I can investigate here. I think I understand the gist of this power plant.
Arena! Second floor seating! If you see a terrorist, applaud!
What was that?
Peacekeepers? What are they doing here?
You are surrounded! Come out with your hands up and the only punishment you'll receive is a little pat on the head! From Dominic's freakishly strong hands!
I was gonna say, is it gonna be a pat on the head with the blade side of a guillotine or something.
Yuma, what do we do?
We can escape through that door. No good, it won't open.
Master, calm down. Right now, we have to stay calm.
Water pressure.
You're out of time. The terrorist really is here. They sold out one of their own. That's so funny.
Sold
You
out.
terrorist clown. Look, Dominic's laughing his butt off.
Sold out their own?
We got an anonymous tip you were here. A certain friend was worried about your future.
What's going on? Someone from the Resistance reported us?
I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yuma,
Please do it, Fubuki.
now, don't try moving without permission. Looks like a regular office. Maybe they do administrative stuff here.
We need
There's
to
some
get out of
tea
here.
half gone on the table. People must have left in a hurry. Wait, when did you two start holding hands? What are you doing? This is as far as I can turn back time. Fubuki, what's the matter? Did something happen?
We need to
I'll
leave.
explain later, Kurumi. The peacekeepers are on their way. We need to get out of here.
What? I was about to do the old "you were surrounded, so come out with your hands up" thing.
They were already here?
Why are you out here?
Damn, we're already surrounded. We have to turn back time again.
Yeah, I cannot. Once I have turned back time, I cannot turn it back any further.
Oh no!
Hello? What you talking about? Now, at this moment, the main focus is here! If this was reality TV, your faces would be totally blurred out right now. Hey, Dominic, you love throwing terrorists in the can, right? We found some terrorists for you to crush. Squish them into cans and ship them off to Director Yomi. Okay? Okay! Sorry. If I was just a bit stronger. What do we do, Yuma?
We can't get captured here. The bomb threat, flooding, and Shachi's death. I have to solve those mysteries.
That's where yours truly comes in.
Right. Shinigami, please help me.
Oh, fine. After all, I have to help when asked.
Oh, I didn't
The
realize.
target is the mysterious death of that Shachi guy, and we now have enough clues for that. Here goes, Master! And the mind is ready! Right! Mystery Labyrinth!
Oh my.
I keep getting like 90% of the way through with the 99% of the way through with the investigations, and then the labyrinth appears. So I guess this is just all going to be done in one part.
Oh. Time has stopped.
You're not surprised?
Well, this is not out of the ordinary for members of the Clockford family. But who did this?
she did?
Nice to meet you. Apologies for the delayed introduction.
Why, thank you for the proper introduction. Pleased to meet you. Low-hanging, spitting butt sweep.
This is terrible, Yuma. It appears we are both falling.
Yes, I know!
Down the rabbit hole we go.
I guess. We still haven't seen Vivia's forte.
Ow, this happens every time. There's gotta be a better way.
Yuma, it appears we are witnesses to a historical moment.
Huh?
I never would have imagined discovering an advanced civilization underneath Kanai Ward. There must be treasures sought by adventurers deep inside. Oh, if I had known this was here, I would have brought along a whip and hat.
Fubuki?
Indiana
We're
Jones.
not underneath Kanai Ward.
We're in an alternate dimension, essentially.
And that's what happened.
She is still staring blankly.
That's it!
Huh?
This is exactly the adventure I have been seeking. Hidden treasure inside a labyrinth. Traps blocking our way. Dangerous monsters. This labyrinth is the adventure I was born to take on.
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Huh, since she has time abilities, will she forget?
Does she really not get it? Well, that figures.
So, you must be the god of darkness possessing Yuma.
You got it all wrong. I'm not the god of darkness. I'm the god of death.
She's like our guide for the mystery labyrinth.
Right. If you defy me, I'll abandon you in here.
I see. You're the guide to hell that dwells in the labyrinth. So you are the god of darkness. Then you are plotting to interfere with us. I will not yield to you.
She doesn't get it at all.
It's like she's not listening. This is why I hate naive, sheltered skanks.
Naive? Sheltered? Calling me a skank is one thing, but sheltered? Yuma, I
What?
swear I shall conquer this labyrinth. I
You-
cannot abide this vulgar god of darkness calling me naive and sheltered.
Fubuki, please, calm down.
Anyway, Master, let's do it again. We've got to put on a fiercer display than ever before for this sheltered skank.
Fiercer than usual?
Fubuki, just a heads up. Please don't take anything you're about to see in a weird way.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
I like how he says, don't take any of this in a weird way. And yet, I don't think there was any way it could not be taken in a weird way.
The God of Darkness was concealing a weapon all along! And yet, Yuma, you have disarmed the God of Darkness and stolen her weapon!
Master, we don't have time to deal with this. Just chop her up with a solution blade.
Absolutely not!
Here, I spat out the solution keys for you.
You were smuggling that many keys on you? You must be a serial burglar, God of Darkness! Your crimes are far worse than I first imagined!
Fubuki, please just shut up and
You're
walk
such a dumb,
and
sheltered skank.
and follow me.
How do you hope to clear the mystery labyrinth like this?
You called me sheltered again.
There, calm down.
I refuse. I do not like conflict, but I will not stand idly by while being insulted. For the honor of the Clockford family name, I must fight.
Sheesh, give me a break.
Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth! Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
I will not lose to the God of Darkness. I will conquer this labyrinth sealed in shadow and find the hidden treasure deep within.
This doesn't look very promising.
Yeah, let's get this over with.
I can see numbers.
It looks like a countdown. I told you 1,000,000 times. The mystery labyrinth is the materialized form of the case from the real world. Maybe this is a recreation of the countdown timer that caused you such a headache.
You mean the bomb? Then if the timer reaches 0...
It'll go kaboom! You and the whole mystery labyrinth will be blown to smithereens!
And that's ticking in real time!
What's funny about that?
Did you set up the bomb in this labyrinth? I see. A dirty trick, befitting the God of Darkness. Yuma, we must hurry. If we take too much time, the labyrinth will collapse, along with the treasure inside. Let us make all haste to obtain the treasure and escape via waterfall out of the destroyed dungeon.
Oh, it won't be a waterfall.
It's not safe! Jeez. It's too dangerous for Fubuki to go alone. Although, maybe not. She could use her ability in an emergency.
Oh, I should let you know. Ortiz can't be used in here.
Huh? Really?
That sheltered
Makes sense.
skank is just tagging along inside the mystery labyrinth. She won't be able to use her abilities.
Oh, now I'm worried. Let's hurry after her.
So is this actually timed, or... Because that was definitely ticking down in real time, but it doesn't actually... Now I really want to just leave the game running and let us find out. Time leap. But anyway, as I was saying, we don't have any sort of indication for how much time we have left, but that timer was definitely ticking down in real time. Mr. Phantom ahead. Oh, no, that's Fubuki.
Fubuki?
Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
Those are cues. It's a materialized mystery. She's already buried beneath them.
Oh, another round oddity over here?
Oh, it's those two.
Phantom.
Found you! You're a terrorist,
Giame
bomber,
or
murderer, and...
Giam.
it. Who
And the
doesn't
other
deserve
guy.
to live? You murdered Shachi from the Resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
Oh, Dominic.
I didn't do it! When I got to the roof, Shachi was already dead.
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals.
How horrifying! So these are the labyrinth's monsters? You summoned such dangerous creatures to block our path?
Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you boom kill these things.
Let us do it, Yuma!
Hey Dominic, you're good at doing laundry, right? Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub.
Alright, using deathmatch. I'm pretty good with these. Switches guns 30.
Just impact.
Camera footage. You was in the middle of the stairwell at the time.
Minute.
Okay.
That's the shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof.
This is the truth. No, I'm not the one who shot him. I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off. The security footage proves it.
That was a very easy one.
The monsters retreated. Yuma, you defeated those monsters! Splendid! I respect you as a fellow adventurer.
They're not done
As a
yet.
sign
They'll
of
be
my
back.
respect, may I call you the Warrior of Light?
That's a Final Fantasy reference if I've ever heard one.
Warrior of Light? Sure, whatever you say. Let's keep going.
Also, technically Phantasy Star, because the main character which is the player character in the Phantasy Star series, at least in Phantasy Star
By the way,
Online,
Yuma,
it's called
Why
the
were
Great
they
Light.
accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah, Fubuki, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
Not
I
entirely.
was seen under incriminating circumstances. Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Was there no one else on the roof?
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Well, that does sound awfully suspicious, Yuma. Things would go much easier if you'd just confess.
I told you I didn't do it!
Not great. Now we have to solve how they got
What's
off of
happening?
the roof.
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you two better figure something out quick.
I know that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right?
Come on, Master, concentrate.
Looks like we got to concentrate, right? Murder weapon was used in the case.
This
Such
way.
a gun.
That was quite the surprise.
Fubuki, let's go up there.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
It's alright, this should be fine. Come on, Fubuki! What's wrong? You need to jump over here!
I am not very good at physical activity.
Huh?
I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Fubuki, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
Very well. I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to make it.
Fubuki!
I was gonna say, I'm waiting for the
That was
QTE.
close.
It's too early to relax. Come on, keep going.
Thank you, Yuma. Something is off. I attempted to rewind time, but was unable to.
About that, you can't use your abilities while inside the mystery labyrinth.
Why would you wait this long to tell her that?
Huh? Is this the work of the God of Darkness? Her frightening power has sealed away my forte?
So you finally noticed.
I wish you'd quit trying to make things worse.
With your precious powers gone, you're nothing but a hindrance in this labyrinth. Now stay put and keep out of trouble.
Hindrance?
About the murder weapon. The victim was killed by his own gun, right?
Yeah, the muzzle of the gun at the crime scene was still hot, and I could smell gunpowder. Out of the 6 bullets loaded in it, only one of them had an empty shell, which means the bullet that killed Shachi absolutely came from the gun he was holding.
And time to solve another mystery, right?
Fubuki?
I am a hindrance.
What, still thinking about that? You should have known that already. You can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can barely move, you've got no courage, no resolve. So yeah, you're basically a hindrance, an obstacle. Now beat it before you drag Master down with you.
Shinigami, shut the fuck up. We wouldn't have gotten this far without her fucking time rewind power. Several times.
Fubuki, are you okay?
I am fine. I can stand on my own. Yuma, I am terribly sorry. From here on, I shall make an effort to not cause you any trouble.
You don't have to worry about it.
Just,
If anything stands in our way, we'll work together to overcome it.
I was gonna say, just
No.
stay behind me.
This is something I must do on my own. I must become strong enough to take on the world before I can return to the Clockford family.
Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
Playing? But you're always like this.
Mhm.
I am curious. Are you really a detective in training, Yuma? You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
A title that you gave to us literally 5 minutes ago?
You gave me that title, Fubuki.
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times. He's got a great mentor, too.
In contrast, I have nothing besides the ability to wind back time. And my only merit is useless here.
Too bad, so sad. You're not gonna make it through here. You're getting real annoying. It's starting to stress me out.
Me too, because I don't know if we're on an actual time limit or
Master,
not.
help me unwind by turning them into mincemeat.
Reasoning deathmatch. I assume it has to do with the gun.
you didn't fire the gun. A friend could have done it for you.
That would mean I'm not the murderer, then.
You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you. And you planted it in Shachi's hand.
I actually don't know what the solution here would be.
That was your maggot master plan! Huh? Where was the shot taken?
Ah, here we go.
There's one spot where the shot could have been made. You
Ah.
shot from the roof of the building next door!
I'll slash through this mystery.
The neighboring building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop. But that building was taller than the hideout. If the victim was sniped from that height, the gunshot wound would have been at an angle. But the gunshot wound through his head was horizontal. Based on the gunshot wound, it's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
How am I doing in terms of stamina? We're at 1600 still. Do have 2 points. Oh, we've been removing an incorrect solution key this entire time, which is actually fantastic. Because we're getting to the point where a lot of the solution keys are kind of weird. Oh, cutscene.
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact. But in that case, we would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
The monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a homicide. If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to rule it as a suicide.
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
But why would they need to cover up a suicide?
So you finally revealed your true nature, God of Darkness.
Huh?
Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. This case is most assuredly a homicide.
Assuredly. And what are you basing that on?
The victim carried a gun, did he not? If so, he could have used it to combat the peacekeepers pursuing him. And yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself. I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide.
Not only that, there was just the stairs there that he could have gone down.
That actually makes sense.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten them.
So it must be a homicide.
No! Suicide!
Homicide!
Suicide!
Both of you shut the hell up. Oh, we're at the decision.
There are 2 doors?
Let me guess, homicide or suicide?
Huh?
Because why didn't he go down the stairs if he was trying to avoid capture? Was it suicide or homicide?
The letters are written in blood. Does Yuma's blood contain holy powers? And it illuminates this cursed labyrinth? Yuma, you are more than the warrior of light. You are the holy warrior of light.
What?
Sure, that's fine. Let's focus on this problem.
Why are you not more freaked out
Is
about
this a suicide
about
or
me
a
getting
homicide?
my neck slit open
We
and
need to narrow it
surviving?
down now.
It is clearly a homicide.
Nuh-uh! It's totally a suicide!
It's gotta be a homicide.
Right here!
Because why didn't he go down the stairs to escape his pursuers? Plus the word of the other
I'm
leader.
sure this is the right way.
I knew it! This case had to be a homicide.
If it was a homicide, someone else had to have been on the roof, right? But Master, you were on the emergency stairwell, and the peacekeepers were behind the door. Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away? See? If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You better explain yourself.
Very well, I shall. I completely agree with what Yuma said.
I didn't say anything.
So what do you think, Master?
You mean why I think it's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet.
We're trapped!
Oh no! The walls!
Reasoning behind it being a homicide?
Come on, spit it out. The mystery labyrinth won't wait forever, you know.
I know!
Yuma!
If it was in fact a homicide, there would be some clue left behind at the crime scene. If I can just remember something.
Oh, like this?
Yeah, this'll work.
Here, this is everything left at the scene. This should be easy mode. I made sure to pull everything straight out of your memory, Master.
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a homicide hidden here.
We do not have much time. Please hurry, Yuma.
There must be something suspicious, something that stands out. There has to be a clue.
The gun.
I know, it's this! This has to be related to the murder.
Oh, the wall stopped. Looks like it's the right one.
Yep. The reason being, the gun is for a left-handed shooter. However, so this goes into the mechanics of gunsmithing. Basically, when a revolver is made, usually the cylinder opens up to the left, so that right-handed shooters can load and reload with their left hand. However, this particular revolver was constructed in a way that where the cylinder opens to the right, meaning it was designed for a left-handed shooter.
That is
But
the
we
gun
found
that
it
fired
in
the fatal shot,
his
right?
right hand.
But how can you determine it was a homicide?
There's something unique about this gun. A revolver cylinder normally swings out to the left, but the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
I see. That is unusual. It is incredible how you even noticed it. You really are the holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
It got even longer. Oh well, anyway. This gun was apparently custom made for Shachi.
The junk shop geezer said that too. How does that prove this was a homicide?
I don't know anything else about it. I just figured this was kinda out of place.
Ugh, Yuma's an idiot.
It's happening again?
Of course. You haven't solved the mystery itself.
Yuma, over there! Could you try shooting it with the gun?
I'm no marksman. Oh, but it could work inside the mystery labyrinth. If this gun is the answer... Huh? It's not loaded?
If you can't shoot it, then you're still missing something.
Something? Do you mean like why I think this gun is out of place? I can't shoot the gun until I figure that out?
Well, Yuma, did you solve it?
Why was Shachi's gun built like this in the first place? The reason why must be relevant.
Are you saying you need my help to solve this? Oh, fine. Since you're so good at begging, I don't mind helping you out one bit. Here we go! Lay it all out!
I wonder if they're gonna get this wrong. Do I have to spell it left-handed, don't I? His dominant hand is his L. E. F. And T is up here somewhere as well. Left. Like I said, left hand. Okay, they were right. They got it right, or they got it correct. His dominant hand is his left hand because the revolver was designed for use by a left-handed shooter. But we found the gun in his right hand.
That's it! It's because he was left-handed! The reason the cylinder swings out to the right is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand. If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right. If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way. Which means Shachi is left-handed.
Shachi had a specially designed gun because he was left hand.
Look, the exit! You did it, Yuma!
Oh, it worked.
All thanks to yours truly.
No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction.
What? But we'd all be flattened by now if it wasn't for my assist.
I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand.
Sure, say what you want. Anyway, let's hurry. Countdown is still going.
Right. It looks like the numbers gone down by a lot.
You were so close to figuring out this mystery. Let's hurry it up, Master.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, that's definitely still going in real time. Get out of my way before I shoot you with my new gun.
Another monster!
Alrighty, we're here as your official roadblock. Huh? You want to know why? Because the homicide route ends here. That Shachi terrorist committed suicide. After all.
No, because your very existence means that it was a
Right,
homicide.
You kept insisting it was a homicide earlier, but now you're going with the suicide theory?
These monsters are cheaters!
Maybe they're cheaters because they're monsters.
Are you defending the monsters? Curse you, God of Darkness! Queen of monsters!
I'm not defending them. I can't even follow this whole monsters and God of Darkness story you have going.
Now's not the time to be fighting!
Alright, reasoning deathmatch, let's go. I ain't got time for this. Can I just say I hate I hate time limits like this, especially, it's like I want to see the whole labyrinth. Or, like, I want to see the labyrinth, like, all the way through to the end.
Bad luck. Looks like it's a dead end. You can't proceed. Because it wasn't a homicide. Shachi definitely committed suicide.
That claim doesn't hold up! No! Shachi didn't commit suicide! All the evidence points to the contrary!
You know you're super annoying, right? Fine. I'll crush you like a bug. So what? What if the gun was designed for the left hand? You can still shoot yourself. Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand. This is the truth.
We found the gun in his right hand. None of that blood splatter is contrary to that.
Left-handed, but he was found dead with the gun in his right hand. There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction. When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand, which means someone else was involved in Shachi's death. This death was a setup. It's a homicide.
Literally just addressed that. Like, I hate how I'll explain something like, oh yeah, we found the gun in his right hand, but he was left-handed. And they're like, oh, why that, well, why, I mean, he could still have shot himself, right? And it's like, no, we found, I just explained this.
The homicide route was the correct one. Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here.
Huh? The God of Darkness admitting defeat? Perhaps she has an honest side. No! It cannot be! Could this be an illusion she conjured forth?
You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries. Just keep helping my master out for a bit longer.
Yeah, we have, like, an hour
Carry on for now.
left before the entire labyrinth explodes, so... Surely they wouldn't... make this too ridiculous, right?
The culprit made a pretty cliche mistake getting the victim's dominant hand wrong.
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that Shachi's custom gun was designed for someone left-handed. Shachi rarely carried his gun, so they probably never saw him hold it.
That automatically eliminates the
Why would he
the
go through
lady
trouble
that he
of
trained
holding a
with.
custom gun that he never intended to use? Deep down, do you think he was just like any other violent terrorist?
Maybe the gun was a gift.
A gift? From whom?
A woman named Iruka manages the
Iruka.
Resistance's weapons.
Yeah.
She was the one who designed it.
Gifting a gun is so romantic. It delights my adventurer's heart.
It does?
Well, thanks to the culprit's mistake, we now know this was a homicide. But we still have a lot of unanswered questions.
Ugh. Where was the shot from?
The location where the culprit shot Shachi.
Yep. Even if this case is a homicide, that's still a mystery.
But if you know it was, in fact, a homicide, then the answer has to be here. I have no idea what it could be, but I am confident that you can discover the answer. For you are he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light Yuma.
Can you stop adding to that?
How long is my name going to get?
You may as well add the last name at this point. I want to view my solution keys. Parallel trajectory. Volt. Net store. So. Here's my thoughts. I think this explosion here that happened, the second explosion happened, to cover up the culprit escaping. Like maybe they were hidden on the roof, hiding on the roof somewhere, or just off of the roof, and then when the explosion happened, or when the second explosion happened, that was to cover up their escape. So it would have been, I'm gonna say roof of the hideout.
Right here!
That was the right answer, but if he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide.
Yeah, so he had to be on
They
there.
had to be there in person. The
didn't
culprit
even
was
think about that.
definitely on that roof.
I want to look around, but
But Yuma, you said nobody was there when you arrived.
That's what we have to figure out now. When I heard the shot, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof. And in that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Where could the murderer have gone?
This is...
We're back at the crime scene.
now we have to recreate the crime scene, right? Follow the culprit's escape.
Follow the culprit's escape route?
You need to escape in the same way the culprit did after committing the crime.
Rooftop edge. Well, we know it's not the stairs. It's not the door, it's not the stairs. Wait a minute. It can't be the neighboring building either, so it has to be rooftop edge.
Though it is fairly high, would it not be possible to climb down from here on a rope or ladder?
There's nowhere to hang something like that onto. Plus, from this height, it'd take a while to get all the way down like that. It'd be tough for someone to get down and gather their equipment in the short time it took me to reach the roof.
He probably couldn't jump down onto a mat from this height either. You'd die no matter how you landed.
Is it easier to imagine using a rope or some other tool to escape to the neighboring building? Or perhaps they used a hot air balloon? The culprit must be quite the adventurous thrill-seeker.
But those
No
high
hot air
voltage lines would get in the way. You'd never reach the next building without touching them.
Oh, so the culprit is not an adventurer?
That's what you're disappointed about?
Is it easier to imagine
No, that's
Yeah,
impossible.
it's impossible.
I
You see it
see.
from the other side of it.
if the culprit had gone inside?
Well, it's safe to say
I'm gonna assume I had to just examine all of them and be like,
So the culprit escaped via the emergency stick. As the culprit was in a state of emergency,
Wait. Master was up ahead.
what are you saying?
I mean, when the crime happened.
yeah, when the crime happened, we were right there.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is.
I don't know if the culprit realized I was there. The footage from the security camera positioned here didn't show anybody around. Which makes it hard to imagine that the culprit escaped from here.
Yuma, this is bad. We have reviewed all the possible escape routes.
And yet, we can't figure out how the culprit got off the rooftop.
Hysterical.
This isn't funny! At this rate, we'll run out of time!
What are we supposed to do?
There's no other way besides finding the culprit's escape route. That's how it is in the mystery labyrinth.
Where are the entrances for cast members and the hidden entryways for maintenance crews?
This isn't an attraction at some theme park.
Well then, why do you hunt Yuma if you cannot even do your job and guide him? A god of darkness who cannot guide you is just a directionless god of darkness.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're a stupid, sheltered skank that's completely useless.
You called me sheltered again! How many times is that now? Let's see. After the number 3 comes...
Seriously, are you
Be
dead?
quiet!
The culprit must have been on their roof when they committed the crime. They escaped somehow. But how? There aren't any other clues at the crime scene. Wait, if nothing was there, what if the culprit destroyed evidence?
What? Destroyed evidence? And leave it to yours truly. I'll wring it out of your mind, Master.
You're going to recreate the crime scene again?
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice. I'll make it a gentle beating this time around. So, which memory do you want beaten out of you?
When the rooftop was first entered.
How about when Shachi first called me up to the rooftop? The culprit wouldn't have done anything to the scene yet. I can even compare it to when I found the corpse.
Alrighty, leave it to me.
What is this daunting aura I sense? What are your intentions here?
I'm gonna go die for a bit.
Are you alright, Yuma?
I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that happened was you were assaulted, Yuma.
Not much time passed between when you first reached the rooftop and when you discovered the corpse. If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
Hang on. There must be something. Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
I wrenched this memory out of your tiny brain, so you don't have much time left to look around.
Yeah.
The time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
Got it. I'll hurry.
Time some investigation. right here.
It seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of. There's nothing of note on this side of the wall. What is that? A storm drain? Has that always been there? Oh, right. The explosion. The explosion that happened right after I found the body must
It
have
was the
buried it in the
swimmer.
rubble. So the drain was covered after a mysterious explosion.
The drain was buried in the rubble from the explosion that happened right after the body was found.
Find anything, Master?
Yeah, I might have found a clue that shows how the culprit escaped.
Really? You did it, Yuma! Mystery phantoms!
How are you guys
Chirp,
here?
Chirp, chirp. I was curious what all the tweeting was about.
Is this also not a recreation from my head?
You're still fantasizing about all this nonsense? He committed suicide. There's nobody to pursue. After all, there's no place a culprit could run to. No one can run off a rooftop.
Maybe not
Escape the
run.
rooftop.
Which means if you can
There's-
disprove
there's
that,
only
then
one
we'll
person.
defeat them and press forward.
The swimmer guy. I'm gonna need to see... I guess I can just look at profiles. The only reason you got that.
What's with these weirdo fantasies? I'm saying Shashi committed suicide. You're such a maggot. There is no other culprit.
Okay.
No one could have left that rooftop.
That claim doesn't hold up!
There is one person who could have left the rooftop.
No, there is a culprit! And there's a way to escape from the roof, too!
Ugh, such a drag. Still talking about that? What a downer!
The drain buried in
The
rubble.
culprit had to be on the roof if it's not suicide. So, where did the culprit go?
Oh, shoot.
You can't escape through the roof's door. You can't escape down the emergency stairs. Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time?
Oh,
All impossible! There's simply no place to run.
I'll slash through this mystery! No, there is a way out! The drain directly below the rooftop!
Don't let any shady statements slip by.
RDM up. Shows. The mystery phantoms will ask a riddle from time to time. Read the question carefully and counter by repelling the words of an answer you think is right. Well, we already saw the...
The drain? What about it? What's that got to do with fleeing from the roof? How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that.
This, I'll expose the truth! That's right! The culprit dove into the drain from the roof! That was the culprit's escape route!
Alright, now they've been defeated.
disappeared, but to leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
I wasn't
Yes.
sure about that as well. But if the explosion was used to destroy evidence, I think that has to be the case. The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water. Then, the culprit swam away.
It would only take a few seconds to escape the roof that way. So the culprit used a bomb to blow up the area, which covered up the evidence of their escape.
Why? We defeated these monsters already!
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
Yep.
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
I have to jump from up here? And now more drains have suddenly appeared! What is happening?
Master, you have to make up your mind and jump!
No, I don't! I'm already falling!
That's fair. Who's capable? Resistance
This
leader.
way!
Like I said, we've already figured this one out. It was the swimmer dude.
We actually made
I
it.
want to say his name was Itsuki, but I'm probably wrong.
I felt as if my heart would jump out of my chest. But we managed to get down.
It's not over yet. Look over there! Looks like all the suspects are here!
Must we fight all of them? Even Yuma cannot face 4 foes at once.
We only need to face one.
They fled!
Then we better chase after them!
Hang on. First off, bam, tutorials. Oh.
Don't let any shady statements slip by.
Profiles. Icardi, okay. Yeah, it was Icardi.
Chase scenes are common in adventures, but are you certain the culprit is among them?
There are only 2 ways the culprit could get a hold of Shachi's gun, the murder weapon. Either steal it from the safe or get it from Shachi himself. In any case, the only ones who could have done it are members of the Resistance.
Is it possible the culprit took the victim's gun by force? If so, a complete stranger could have done it.
But if someone tried to take his gun, I'm sure Shachi would have drawn it and threatened them. If so, the culprit would have realized their target was left-handed.
I see. That would conflict with a cover-up attempted at the crime scene.
Oh, what? Oh.
Also, the culprit issued a proclamation on behalf of the Resistance against the Peacekeepers. At the time, I didn't understand why it was sent to the Peacekeepers. But it must have been to corner Shachi by steering the Peacekeepers toward the hideout. The culprit then ambushed him when he arrived on the roof.
Which means the culprit anticipated the target fleeing up there.
Perhaps it was a planned escape route the Resistance had decided on beforehand. If they fled using the emergency stairs, it would be easy to shake off pursuers. As a matter of fact, the Peacekeepers were held up there. If he hadn't been killed, he would have escaped.
So all of it was calculated. Whoever it is, they are truly frightening. And that culprit is among them?
Yep.
If we organize all the clues we've got so far, we can narrow down who the culprit is.
But how long will they keep running? At this rate, there's no end in sight.
I've already forgotten the name again.
Master, over there!
A giant water tank?
In here, you always find the culprit if you keep solving mysteries. So the only way to catch up to them is to solve mysteries.
Huh?
Will be necessary for the culprit to commit the crime.
Come on! I'm counting on you, Master!
Got it.
Be good at swimming. I pressed up on the stick, thinking that I was... Okay. Thinking it was those. That's... Can we just... It's be good at swimming. Fucking... Can we just get consistent gameplay, please? Like, I was thinking I was gonna have to run towards... what? Or towards what? And slash at it. At the very least, that should have defaulted to, oh, you pressed up on the control stick.
To be an excellent swimmer.
Okay, at the very least, that should have defaulted to, oh, you pressed up on the control stick, therefore you want the center option.
Jumping from that height
Like, that's
into a
such
swim
fucking
drain
stupid
would also
programming.
require training and experience. Maybe they had high diving experience through swimming competitions.
We finally caught up!
The truth is crystal clear. The one who murdered Shachi...
Who killed Shachi?
I wouldn't kill anyone!
I didn't kill anyone!
It's you, Icardi! You took advantage of your swimming skills to murder Shachi!
Huh? What? No! That's insane! I'm not the culprit! That's bullshit! I didn't kill Shachi! I'm not the culprit!
Such a foreboding presence. Is this the true identity of the final monster protecting the hidden treasure?
But most of the mystery has already been solved. This is just its last stand. Master, let's solve this thing once and for all!
Right!
Reasoning death. Because I'm gonna have to. It's gonna be one of these two, I believe. I'm gonna stay with the traumatic experience
I'm
first.
not the culprit! Where's your evidence? There are other resistance members. I know. Margala is the culprit.
Oh, that's not flaming. Okay, so it's gotta be something. So,
Margala shot Shachi on
never mind.
the roof.
This is the truth!
He has an alibi at the time.
Margala has an alibi! It's impossible for him to have done it!
It was not Margala. Then Ruka is the culprit.
She designed the gun.
Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi!
Nope, not that one. Okay.
Say,
That's right.
Yeah. She would have known that. She designed the gun so she knew that it was for a left-handed guy.
Then Iruka is the culprit. Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi
Ah, shoot.
and made it look like suicide.
Oh, what?
for now.
That's what.
Okay. So I guess it was the suicide. It made it look like suicide.
Then Iruka is the culprit.
That's the problem.
Iruka knows a lot about handling guns. She killed Shachi and made it look like suicide.
There we go.
Flash through this mystery.
Iruka designed the handgun, so she knew Shachi was left-handed. She never would have made that mistake faking a suicide.
And then it's gonna be the traumatic experience, right?
It's not Margot. It's not Iruka. But you still can't say I'm the culprit.
Gosh.
The culprit is Servat. He killed Shachi on the roof and messed with the corpse. Then escaped through the drain.
There we go. I'm like, there's gotta be something about water here.
Servat was traumatized after once nearly drowning, so there's no way he would have dove into a drain.
He's not done yet. And we still have, we're still on a time limit.
Yuma, you did it! You defeated the monster! Huh? But what about the treasure?
It's not
That's
over
strange.
yet.
We found the culprit and also cut down his excuses. But the truth still hasn't appeared. Where is the real culprit's soul?
The countdown hasn't stopped yet. It went down by a lot again.
Perhaps there is a secret final boss in this labyrinth? Wait, I know. It's...
Stop. If anything, I'm the secret protagonist.
Moving on. This means we haven't revealed the truth of this mystery labyrinth. Maybe it's because we don't have a solid overall picture of the case.
the overall picture?
There's no mistake that Ikari made Shachi's murder look like a suicide. But we don't know why he did it. If you wanted to kill him, there are simpler ways to do it. Why bring the peacekeepers into this?
So we need to find the motive. As long as that's an unknown, we won't reach the truth.
The water is flowing somewhere.
Oh, so it is. I wonder where it is heading.
The water flows somewhere. If the mystery labyrinth is a reflection of reality, the flow of water may have some significance.
Then let's see where it leads us. This could be the path to the hidden treasure.
You know, this case seems to involve water an awful lot. The slums where the crime took place are flooded, like the entire commercial area.
Right. Given that, the truth should be wherever the water leads.
Well, I hope this labyrinth has less than 15, 14, less than that amount of time left.
Dead end? And this countdown timer looks like it's linked to that countdown, and it's dropping by a lot.
Hey, Master? Maybe this isn't a dead end. Maybe it's a giant bomb.
Huh? What?
Oh my! What a big, breathtaking bomb! I cannot help but be impressed.
You shouldn't be!
I'm sure this is the heart of this mystery labyrinth. So there's only one thing left to do. Master, you just gotta defuse this bomb too, like how you did in the real world.
This giant bomb?
If you can solve the mystery, the bomb will stop ticking. So really, it's no different from what you've been doing.
Good luck, Yuma. I am confident that you can do it. For you are the elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
You'll be fine, Master. You've got the best mentor there is.
Okay, I'll try.
Alright, what was the purpose of the bombing? Diversion. Diversion.
Seems like that was correct, yet the countdown has not stopped.
That has to mean there are more mysteries left.
You mean the diversion? What does it mean?
Since they made me defuse the bombs, the culprit's goal wasn't destruction. They just wanted to frame me as a terrorist to put the Peacekeepers' attention on me. That's why they set up such a complex, time-consuming puzzle that had me running all around Kanai Ward.
I meant I just wanted to know the definition of the word diversion.
What? I have to start there?
Look, you can
No time for that.
later. For now, you gotta defuse that bomb.
Yeah.
Right.
I apologize, Yuma. If only I could use my forte.
There's no need to apologize.
I was gonna say, that wouldn't do anything
If it wasn't
anyway.
for
We
you,
got it
I
correct.
wouldn't be here right now.
Yuma.
Master, you're too reliant on others. It's about time you start doing things on your own. Well, I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you.
You believe? The god of darkness believes in Yuma?
Focus! You're out of time, Master. Defuse this bomb!
Yep. What was the culprit doing during the diversion? The Marumon district flood. Yeah, just how's it going?
Yes! The countdown
Let's
stopped! You
see,
defused it!
Sure.
Great work, Yuma!
11 minutes left on that countdown. That was, That said, we definitely,
Its real goal
like, were
was
just
to
robbed
flood Marunouman
for
district.
a bunch of time with that.
They used the bomb threat to draw the Peacekeepers' attention toward me. Meanwhile, the culprit sabotaged the valves of the power plants and the reservoir to flood Marunouman district.
But what's the point in doing that?
Perhaps they wish to sow chaos throughout the
So, this labyrinth had a 3-hour timer. However, it definitely was robbing us, because we've only been going for an hour and 40 minutes, basically. Like, an hour, 39 minutes, and 20-something seconds. So, obviously, 3 hours definitely has not passed since we entered the Mystery Labyrinth, because we had stuff going on before we entered the Mystery Labyrinth, so it was just arbitrarily loading in lower and lower amounts of time in certain cases.
city. The resistance was challenging the Peacekeepers.
Then why not just detonate the bombs? A lot simpler than flooding the place.
It's true. If their goal was to cause chaos, they could have just used the bombs. Considering that, the culprit must not have wanted to destroy the place.
There! We finally cornered you!
Wait! Please hear me out. This was Shachi's wish.
Shachi's wish?
No, it wasn't.
Shachi was always fighting for the sake of Kanai Ward. He wanted to close the gap between the rich and poor. Wanted to reduce the suffering of children. This mission was to flood Marunaman district, to send the rich a message. But flooding the place is just terrorism. It would only make them angry, not actually accomplish anything. So Shachi decided to offer up his life.
So this is more like lies that the
He
Mr.
wanted me to
Vandal
kill
version
him,
of him is
to make it look like
saying
the
that.
peacekeepers did it. Shachi gave his life for this mission. If you expose the truth, this would all be for nothing. Are you really going to disregard his dying wish? And his sacrifice? Now that you see the truth, please, just leave!
Very well. I understand your circumstances. We shall take our leave.
Fubuki, just stop talking.
No. That's a lie. Shachi didn't want this.
What? How would you know? You know nothing about the Resistance!
I heard him speak. Shachi valued human lives more than anything.
The Resistance isn't a terrorist group. We don't kill people. We won't fight them with violence. It would only lead to more lives lost. We're gonna take them down the right way. The Resistance are not terrorists.
Shachi wouldn't resort to something as foul as this. Sacrifice, dying wish? How dare you lie about that?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yuma!
You'll pay for this. I'll expose the truth and defend Shachi's honor.
Time for Great Onset Destroyer Shinigami mode. Which is basically Shinigami but Dynamaxed. Shut doesn't up and downs. I mean, you're not wrong. Whenever you close things, generally you're lowering, like a lid. Whenever you shut something, you're generally lowering a lid onto something. And also, oh yeah, shutting down, like, electronics, that also makes sense. Okay, no edge button, no edge button, no edge button.
That's stupid!
Tackle, 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 tackle again.
Get away from me!
Kick.
That's bullshit! Stop!
Nope.
Shut up!
Oh.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Damn it all! Go away! Stay away from me! Stop! 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 You're an outsider. What do you know? You have no idea what we went through in the slums. This is a declaration of our beliefs as part of the Resistance. We have to defeat Amaterasu Corporation. That's why we plunged the city into chaos. Shachi gave up his own life for that. This is what Shachi wanted. Shachi told me to do it.
Holy crap, how many of these?
This was all to defeat Amaterasu Corp. We were in a noble battle to end the disparity between rich and poor.
Solution key. Resistance is motive. I guess that would just be the motive.
Wrong! Huh? Come on!
Oh, nope, it wasn't the motive. It wasn't this one. What did Sashi want to do? Anyway, did he really choose to sacrifice himself? Why did he flood him up? I'm sure that was the real objective. What do you mean? Something we saw on the way to the power plant. Flooding the area caused several of them to float out. The safe? Oh. Marunamon district safe. A sturdy safe used an important. Yep.
This is the truth of the case.
So we were trying to they were trying to steal safes? It really is a dumb reason. Maybe if the safes were full of money, like from the bank.
Shachi or the Resistance. You just wanted to take the safes.
Huh? Safes?
Many facilities in Marunamon District use safes made by Amaterasu Corporation, including the bank. These safes are completely airtight, and they can actually float on water.
Oh, we did see some safes floating around Marunamon District.
The culprit knew they could float, and planned to exploit that to steal all the safes from the bank. The safes would normally be too heavy to move, but they'd be easy to take if they were floating.
Who do I think it was before this? I actually had suspicion from the very beginning that it was the guy who we were like, oh yeah, it's this guy. I was a little bit maybe like leading to the bombs dude, but the main thing was the method of escape from the crime scene had to be he dove off of the roof somehow. And then, especially when we discovered that the Marunamon district was flooded, which I actually got the flow of the water reverse in my head. Basically, when we found out the market district was flooded, I was like, oh, he washed up here. But no, that's a different, like related, but not exactly right. But I pretty much thought it was this guy the entire time.
Yes, that's right. That's the truth behind this case.
So this guy has like experience, was like really big on with swimming and stuff. So that's why I was like, I mean, he had to dive off of the roof somehow to get away. So there's not really many other options. And also, we eliminated the lady that made his gun because the guy's gun, because obviously she made the gun. The gun itself was designed for a left-handed shooter, but we found the gun in his right hand, so that automatically eliminated the lady that created the gun that he had, or the victim's gun.
You took advantage of Kanai Ward's unique features in your plan to rob the bank. This isn't what the Resistance believed in. In fact, you took advantage of their beliefs.
We did it, Master. Now that we've exposed the truth of this case, we just need to finish off that filthy criminal.
Right. Let's finish this. For Shachi. Let's go, Shinigami. I'll charge my solution blade with the facts of this case.
Chapter 3, no longer a detective, deduction denouement. Alright, what did we set up for the Resistance? We have to come back to this one, I think. Where did the bombing occur? The gonna say the first one was the telephone booth? Yeah, okay. What is this? Shachi's gun. What weapon did he obtain? He obtained a gun. And we set up... Yuma set up surveillance cameras that, well, what we were told was surveillance cameras, but they turned out to be bombs. The culprit placed the gun in the right hand. The culprit fled from the fled to the open drain. It's another error. And then the last one is submerged. What did the culprit do in the Marunamon district? Well, he submerged it. He caused the flood. And who is the culprit? Icardi. Mystery unraveled.
Step right up, step right up! A bomb scare, a flood, and a suicide to throw the whole town into chaos! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
It all started with a request from the Resistance. Shachi asked me to set up security cameras around the city.
That was a weird... what happened there?
You got those cameras from someone by the name of Servan. But they had bombs inside them.
I had no idea, so I set up those camera bombs all around the city. The culprit hijacked Shachi's original plan and conducted a series of crimes. The bomb set up in the phone booth of Marunamon district exploded first. Luckily, there were no casualties. But the culprit also bombed the drain in Marunamon district at the same time.
Someone snitched and said you were responsible. But that must have been the culprit too.
Since the Peacekeepers' eyes were on me, it made it easier to pull off the rest of their crimes. The culprit took Shachi's gun and went to the roof of the Resistance hideout in Doya district.
Shachi followed soon after. I saw him being chased by the Peacekeepers. The culprit was waiting there to ambush him.
I was heading up the emergency stairs to the roof, but along the way...
Hey! We heard a ringing gunshot!
Shachi was ambushed by the culprit and shot to death. Once it was finished, they placed the gun in Shachi's right hand to make it look like a suicide.
But it was actually a left-handed gun! Getting caught because of your own cover-up is borderline weak sauce!
Why borderline? With their cover set up, the culprit jumped into the open drain and escaped from the roof unseen.
I thought it was impossible to jump off the roof. But the area was already flooded, so the drain was filled with water.
Right after the escape, I arrived on the rooftop and discovered Shachi's body.
And kaboom! The hideout exploded!
The drain was buried in the rubble from this explosion. A bomb had been set in advance to hide the killer's escape. After that, we all went around town trying to defuse the bombs. The culprit took advantage of the chaos to open the valve of the reservoir upstream from the power plant.
Since the drain had been jammed in the explosion, when all that backed up water had even more added to it, Marinamon district became totally drenched and shitty.
Right, it became a drenched city. Marinamon district is now flooded. Many facilities have safes made by Amaterasu Corporation. The banks are no exception.
These safes are heavy and difficult to move, but because they're so airtight, they can float on water.
As a result, they all floated out of the flooded banks. Collecting these safes was the culprit's true goal.
Sinking an entire district just to be a small-time looter. I can't tell if the guy thinks big or small.
Yeah, that's like Joker levels of plotting just to rob a bank.
The only ones who could commit these crimes were the resistance leaders with access to Shachi's gun.
And only one guy was a good enough swimmer to dive right into the drain.
Shachi really did try to save this city. But the culprit not only took over his plan, but killed and framed him.
This criminal lost his pride and dignity as a member of the Resistance, becoming nothing more than a money grubber. And his true identity is...
Icardi! It was you! Finished!
I hate this city. I was sick of all of Shachi's idealistic nonsense. Fighting the Peacekeepers wouldn't have changed anything. That's why I was gonna take the money and get out of here. It's this city that's wrong. This rotten place.
Is this the hidden treasure? It is far different than what I was imagining.
I think so. I felt the same way when I first saw one.
So, this is it.
Yeah, we haven't seen one of those fake doors, like, at all.
I was not much help
We
after
saw
all.
one in the introduction, and I guess they...
You the entire time, Yuma.
We saw one of them in the tutorial, and they just haven't appeared since.
That's not true. You're a great partner, Fubuki.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I am grateful to have joined you on this adventure, Yuma. I think it helped me grow as a person. Just a little bit.
Well, you are gonna forget all of it soon. Huh? What?
I am sorry for being so rude to you.
What?
I assumed you were a vulgar god of darkness, based solely on your looks.
Yeah, that's pretty rude of you.
But now I realize that you have been a wonderful guide. When you said you believed in Yuma, I realized there was a bond of trust between the two of you. And now, frankly, I adore you. Please consider being my friend.
You're gonna forget it all anyway.
It would be a
While I
very
may be ignorant and naive.
It'd be a very interesting plot twist if she didn't forget everything very specifically because of her time abilities.
One day, I hope to be a great adventurer and detective, just like you. A labyrinth-delving elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light. You truly are amazing, Yuma.
Please forget everything you have seen in this labyrinth, Fubuki. I cannot handle you calling me by that literally every time you speak to me.
That title is getting way too long.
Enough chit-chat. It's time for the part you've all been waiting for.
Huh? What is it? What is about to happen?
We charged Shinigami's ult.
Wait a minute. Do you mean we are going to leap into the basin?
No. It's time to boom kill the bad guy. Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Down to all deplorables. To the final mystery labyrinth.
Dramatic finish. Swindle detective? Sure. The detective was summoned was not summoned to Kanai Ward. Huh. So it seems like they're planning on expanding upon this world just based off of the, like... I was trying to... Dominic. Oh, Dominic's the cyborg dude. As I was saying, it seems like they're planning on potentially expanding upon this world, just based off of like the tip screens. But honestly, I don't know if this game sold that well, or how well this game sold. It was not hard to get the collector's
We've
edition.
returned from the mystery labyrinth, but we're still in grave danger. How do we get out of this?
Master, now that I think about it, the culprit isn't here, so there's no way you can prove your innocence. Solving the mystery labyrinth doesn't help in this situation one bit.
Come on! Why do we do all that work to discover the truth?
That is what it is.
That doesn't make sense though. We've had that happen before where the culprit wasn't there. I guess because this one isn't technically tied to Amaterasu either.
This time, we're done for.
Now, Dominic, go nuts and crush their little heads.
Wait, I can prove who the culprit is.
What?
That's enough.
Sorry to keep you waiting, my man. You too, princess?
Tsuhiko! Alara!
The both of you are safe.
What do you think of my grand entrance? Fitting for a charismatic leader, no?
Master detectives with the same! Unlike a certain trainee.
Hey, big guy! You're messing with the wrong dude. The criminal you're looking for is right here.
What?
That's...
What? Oh, they figured out Yuma's labyrinth thing.
Chinyako! And,
Vivia?
Vivia, did you forget already? I haven't had much screen time, and my name's hard to remember, so I don't blame you.
Man, what is that fourth wall break?
I was worried about you, Fubuki.
And the trainee too, I guess.
The train.
I'm kidding, just joking around.
Everyone is safe. Oh, what a relief.
Wait, you're gonna cry? Master, you're gonna cry?
Where did you all come from? You know what'll happen if you interfere with the peacekeepers!
Like I said, you're messing with the wrong dude.
They rounded up all the resistance members.
The ones who planted those bombs were the resistance people on that boat over there. Too bad one of them died from a heart attack. I have no idea why, but if you run an autopsy, you'll find that the cause of death wasn't a homicide.
In other words, Yuma is innocent. Or do peacekeepers punish the innocent?
You can prove his innocence?
You heard her. You got something to say?
I was threatened by Hikari to make those devices. I didn't know what was going on. It's true! I didn't know about the bank robbery, and I didn't think that would happen to Shachi! It was all set up by Hikari! Please! I'll confess everything I know! Please spare my life.
We captured them on a boat in front of the bank. Safe deposit boxes owned by the wealthy were floating nearby. They were caught red-handed. One can conclude that the events in question were all part of a bank robbery planned by Icardi.
The leader of the resistance was also murdered to pin the crimes on him.
After stealing the safes, they were planning to leave Kanai Ward via the waterway. Ironically, Icardi died of a sudden seizure. Trying to take more money than you can carry will only lead to your own downfall. Seems like an expensive lesson.
What about the other leaders of the resistance? Margala and Aruka. You're saying they had nothing to do with it?
Yes.
Anyway, we're taking Yuma with us. You got no problem with that, right? My terrifying kitten.
Alrighty, gang. Looks like we're free to go.
Yes!
The Peacekeeper lady's still staring at me. Maybe she's in love with me.
I don't know about that.
Now that we've handed over the resistance, the rest is up to the peacekeepers. Come on, everyone. Let's go.
Man, what an annoying way to end, to shut down a ray of hope for the
I
city.
think this solves the case for the time being. Another person died. No. I committed murder. Just because he committed a crime doesn't make it right for me to kill him. He took advantage of Shachi's death, and I hunted him down without hesitation. And thanks to that, another life was lost.
Why do you look so sad? Are you always like this when you solve a case?
Huh? What?
I'm desensitized to it at this
You
point.
weren't in it alone. I think you did the right thing.
Huh?
Even if others disagree, I will always say that you were right. So please, don't make that face.
Thank you, Kurumi. If you ask me if what I did was right or wrong, I don't think I was in the right.
That's not true, because...
But I don't need to be right. I need to have conviction.
Conviction?
The strength of a heart that refuses to yield, no matter the situation. Or maybe it's like a detective's creed. Something to guide me when I don't know what to do. It's something I don't have yet. I don't know where to turn when stuff like this happens.
It doesn't seem that way to me. Yuma, you saved me because you wanted to help someone, didn't you? And you got dragged into this mess because you wanted to help the resistance and the people in the slums.
That has nothing to do with being a detective. It's what any human would normally do.
Is that so? A detective with the conviction to do what any human would normally do is a wonderful thing. This is embarrassing, so I'll only say this once. Even if you deny it yourself, I believe you are in the right. That's why I hope you'll always be a detective.
thought that said something about demonic at first.
That was close. But we managed this time around. Sheesh. Someone has been a huge troublemaker for us.
Listen, not my fault. Those psychopaths shot us with 2 torpedoes.
The way you keep dragging us into trouble is pure genius.
Oh, he's so flattering.
It wasn't a compliment.
Jeez, you're lucky we even noticed what happened.
Speaking of, where were you all? I searched all over town for you.
That's what I want to ask. I told you about the emergency meeting place for this sort of stuff.
Meeting place? Huh?
The multi-purpose building where the detective agency used to be. I brought you there the day you arrived. Huh? I didn't tell you?
This is the first time I've heard about it.
Seriously? I see. Guess I forgot to mention it. Then again, you did arrive late to Kanai Ward.
Not my fault.
Yeah, that must be it. Yep.
Wait, you're just sweeping it under the rug? I was in a lot of trouble back there.
Sorry about that. Well, everyone's okay, so it's all good. Still, weren't you with him, Fubuki? I know I told you about the meeting place.
She probably forgot.
Yep, I just remembered right now.
Figures. Well, I'm glad to see you're safe too, Fubuki.
Still, I'm surprised you weren't fooled by the bomb threat and saw the real motive was the bank robbery.
That's because a certain sleepyhead woke up today. We arrived at the truth this time thanks to Vivia's investigation.
So that unmotivated, anemic vampire helped?
I was just lucky. I noticed the abnormal water levels. Saw the hydroelectric power plant's drainage channel from above.
From above?
From above?
I just happened to see it from a bird's eye view. Observation is the foundation to being a detective. To a detective, the act of deduction is like a game. And the truth is what a detective desires. Like a precious stone, it's something I'd desire if I stared at it too long. So, dreaming about it is enough for me. Because it's a pain in the ass.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you?
At the very least, his statements aren't real.
Oops.
I want to die someday.
Hold on. At the very states, at least his statements aren't really based on logic.
He's incomprehensible as usual, but it's amazing how he solved the case by himself.
Hey, Master? This guy is...
What is it?
Never mind. Maybe it's my imagination.
Is he, is he actually Zilch Alexander? Wait, what? So there's an update. Oh.
Anyway, that solves it. Now we should... Whoa, what? I thought we were done here!
Hey, sewer rats.
You!
Yomi Hellsmile, director of the Peacekeepers. What is he doing here?
Damn. How did the city end up like this? Why are a bunch of terrorists getting in our way?
Why is Kanai Ward being destroyed?
Hey, we had nothing to do with that.
I was finally able to guide this foolish city down the right path. I keep saying I'll teach these fools what law and order is all about. But now, there's another bunch who defy me, disrupting the peace in the city! Hey! Why is that? When will peace finally come to this place?
Now, I understand you're irritated, but let's all relax for a second.
So what do you want with us?
Hand over that terrorist immediately. Otherwise, you will all receive the death penalty.
Huh? Death penalty?
When you say terrorist, you mean Yuma? Because that issue has been resolved already.
Regardless of who the mastermind is, the fact of the matter is, he planted bombs around the city. You think you can just plead ignorance? Even small crimes cannot go unpunished. That is the meaning of justice.
No, but he...
Chief, let me go.
Don't get hasty. This is just an excuse to capture you.
But at this rate, everyone here will be arrested.
I've already told you that self-sacrifice is worthless here. I can neutralize them all in under 25 seconds.
Under 25 seconds is a long time considering they have assault rifles pointed at us, Halara.
Knock it off, Halara. How many of us would also die in that same amount of time?
All of us.
If things go bad, then I will turn back time.
That won't...
If you get taken out first, it's the end for all of us. I won't make such a dangerous bet.
Then what do we do? Everyone's gonna get killed at this rate!
I'm gonna turn myself in.
At least everyone else will be spared. The rest is up to you guys.
Yuma! Master, it is too dangerous to let yourself get captured by them! Let's just turn tail and flee! Even if you're the only one who escapes!
I won't abandon them.
You keep letting everyone take advantage of you!
Wait, Yuma. In that case, I'll go with you.
What are you saying? You have nothing to do with this, Chief.
Don't be dumb. I'm the chief of the Nocturnal Detective Agency, and you're one of my detectives. It's only right for me to take responsibility.
Alright, filthy maggots. Are you done playing around? You'll reconsider your beliefs after a single night. Once you go through my torture, not only will you sell out your friends, you'll beg me to kill them to save yourself.
I can reduce it to 20 seconds. Kazuhiko, Vivia, please look after the others.
Again, they have assault rifles, Halara.
I guess we have to do this.
This is such a pain. Where has my peace and quiet gone?
Freeze! If you resist, you'll be executed on the spot.
Stay back! Don't touch my master!
What's going on?
Director Yomi! Something is falling from the sky!
It's the masked man.
Oh my. Even
Makoto.
though we're friends, you've already forgotten my name? I'm Makoto Kagutsuchi. What is it? Oh, you want to know about this hot air balloon? Cool, huh? I flew here from the tower.
How?
From the tower?
What do you want?
Hello, Yomi. I'll take care of the rest, so you can leave now.
You intend to let these criminals run free? Just because you're the CEO of Amaterasu doesn't give you free reign to disrupt Kanai Ward's peace.
This guy's the CEO of Amaterasu?
Amaterasu CEO? Is this weird guy in a mask?
I wouldn't have said that last part.
Hey, Yuma, when did you meet such a big shot?
It just sorta happened?
Well, remember when they blew up our boat? This guy had his people rescue me,
Hello,
apparently.
detectives. This is the first time we've met. Besides Yuma. Huh? You want to know why I'm wearing this mask? Well, I was born a prince in a certain nation, but while still young, I was dragged into a revolution. The nation was overthrown and the royal family had their titles stripped away.
That's not what you told
My
us.
family was killed. I was the only one spared. The revolutionaries imprisoned me because they had other plans.
Not what you told us at all. You said something about the blood of demons.
I was forced to wear a
Going back
mask
500 years.
to conceal my face. That mask was designed to never come off. And now, the mask has become my face.
He's talking way too long, and none of it sounds true at all.
His story changed from last time.
I didn't ask about your history. Hand them over.
Yomi, I don't want to quarrel with you here. I really would hate for things to escalate. Just this once. May I ask you to withdraw? Please.
You get one. There won't be a second. As for you sewer rats, you best be prepared. The next time you catch my eye, there will be no mercy. If you don't like it, go back to the sewers.
Hey, all we had to do is find Martina's body remains
my vision
and
up. There were too
solve
many
that
people for me
Yomi's
to
the
see
one that
behind
killed
this
her.
mask. Now that things are all resolved, let's walk home.
Hey, wait a minute!
Oh. Wait. Ah, Makoto, here we go. Opera Corporation CEO. I want to look real quick. Secret of the Toys, Kanai Ward's Highest Welcome, Patrolling, Hill Car and Lion Statue, Beyond the Red Bridge, Construction Site. I like how it said, fight the Peacekeepers. Yes, let's try to fight the people with automatic weapons pointed at us. Not to mention Halara saying, oh, I can take them all out in 20 seconds. After we're all
Seems like a lot has happened since
dead.
we first met. The look on your face has changed. Did you get taller?
I don't think so.
I doubt I could grow taller in such a short time, but a lot has happened. Are you really the CEO of Amaterasu, sir?
No need for formalities. Call me Makoto. And yes, it's true.
That means you're the top-ranking person at Amaterasu Corporation, right?
I guess you could put it that way.
I thought he worked there, but who could have guessed he was so high up the ladder?
You said you wanted to stop the Peacekeepers, but don't you have the authority to dismiss them yourself?
Internal
The
strife.
company isn't that simple. One careless act, and I'd be the one dismissed. The power in Amaterasu Corporation is currently imbalanced and very fragile. At this rate, it won't be long until they control everything, besides me.
I see.
If you want to strike the Peacekeepers, you must gather all the firepower you can and take them out in a single shot. Anything less will be like cutting off a lizard's tail. Yomi is the Peacekeeper's heart and brain. He'll be unscathed. If I could gather evidence of his evil actions, I'd declare his exile publicly for the world to see. In any case, you can speak to me when you require help. I'll run to your aid with my awesome hot air balloon. Or shall I say fly? The Peacekeepers may have me beat in numbers, but my love for Kanai Ward rivals them.
Right.
Well, I'll excuse myself now.
But, hey, hold on! There's still more we need to go over.
I'm sorry, but it's time for prayer. I pray for Kanai Ward's peace across all districts. I pray each hour of the day, so I am rather busy. I must hurry back.
He doesn't intend on taking us seriously.
Oh, by the way, you should check out where your agency used to be.
Huh? Why?
It's a surprise.
Did he get us a new
Sounds
submarine?
kinda shady, but I guess I can play along. We have nowhere to go right now anyway.
Are you kidding me? It's completely back to normal. Is this the CEO's true power?
His cursed powers have conjured a submarine.
Whoa! My agency!
I can't be genuinely happy about this. It may be bugged to eavesdrop on us.
That's a
Is
fair
my
assumption.
beautiful bed of peace and quiet still there? If not, then let me die.
Another research condition by Amaterasu. Hold on. Wouldn't it be impossible for a homunculus to be immortal if its soul could be reaped by Shinigami?
Chief, there's a letter here. Looks like it's from Makoto.
Let's see what it says.
To the detectives of the Nocturnal Detective Agency. This is my gift to you for solving this case. It is proper payment for your work, so please accept it. The souls of Kanai Ward's residents are with you. Their war carries on. I have high hopes for you all. From the highest point in Kanai Ward, with love, Makoto Kagutsuchi.
High hopes? Why would the CEO of Amaterasu say that about us? Well, he did ask us to accept this, so I guess we'll take the submarine.
He must be planning to manipulate us in the power struggle for the company. Ugh, this will come at a high price.
Also, he had an odd face for someone who is supposedly a CEO.
No, that was clearly a mask.
A mask? What is that?
Where do I even begin? Yuma, you take care of this.
Me?
Also, why is Kurumi here?
I'll explain it. Fubuki, so a mask is...
Wait, why did you follow us here? Don't you know this is our top secret
That's
detective agency?
what I just asked, and it took me the same amount of time to realize she was there.
Not the small stuff. Besides, an informant is practically a detective anyway. Right, Yuma?
Huh?
Not exactly.
You gotta be kidding me. You two still have the hots for each other. Look, I guess it's fine. I support you. You're a fully Desuhiko approved couple.
As little as that means.
A couple? I won't allow it! Master is far too young for this!
Oh, I just remembered. When I was watching from above, a resident said something that was rather concerning.
You said above again. What does that even mean?
Sorry, Yuma. I'm so tired I don't want to talk more than I need to.
All right, let's focus on the important information. What did you hear that concerned you?
It's about that homunculus research.
Homunculus. What is that again? Some kind of cow?
No, they're the immortal monsters that Amaterasu Corporation was researching.
Oh, I vaguely recall discussions about that. I had nearly forgotten after today's grand adventure.
The homunculus research. Let's talk to Vivia to see what information he's found.
I don't know how reliable Vivia's information is, my man, but let's talk to him.
Wait, did they perfectly recreate this as well? What the hell? Why can I not examine? Ugh.
The homunculus research. I wonder what he knows.
Yeah, let's go talk to Vivia.
I can't talk to you for some reason. Oh wait, no I can.
Hmm? Weren't you supposed to talk to Vivia?
Why do I have to walk out to this guy and talk to him? Why can't he just... Why can't he just say his information?
We recreated all the grime and scratches, but I wish it was cleaner.
This was gonna kill him. I'm not killing anyone. This is water from its...
No.
Circle from the river. Must be rough. I can get somehow right.
I wonder what information he got. Anyway, let's speak with Vivia.
The resident is an old man. He used to work for Amaterasu Corporation.
Is it Malu?
According to him,
or whatever his name was?
Something happened 10 years ago. Amaterasu set up a secret lab somewhere in Kanai Ward to conduct their homunculus research. That lab still exists. Somewhere.
A secret lab for homunculus research? That sounds super shady. It's exactly what we're looking for!
Looks like we need to search for that lab to figure out Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Very well. I shall personally go and find this secret lab.
I'll help too! After all, I am Kanai Ward's greatest informant.
All right. Karumi, I need you to keep the reins on Yuma so he doesn't get in trouble again.
You got it! Now, let's go investigate, Yuma.
Hey!
You don't have my permission for this, you know!
I see. So, that's the cursed Book of Death. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. So dangerous, it could destroy Kanai Ward, or even the world.
Oh, he could see Shinigami.
I must do something.
What? Is Vivia planning on murdering Yuma? Alright, that's the results screen. And that's where I'm going to end the recording. I'm not ending stream, but the recording, it should end right now.